From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Clouds move back in this afternoon, leaving us with fairly cool conditions across Mid-Michigan. To the north, we're watching a few rain showers, but nothing at least close to our neck of the woods. As we look at the time lapse today, beautiful start to the day. Then those clouds thickened up. Winds were a bit breezy, but not too windy. That'll change tomorrow as well. Temperatures currently are sitting in the low to the mid 50s. It's relatively mild, pretty close to average for this time of the year. Of course, over the past several days, you've heard us talk about it, the chance for a little bit of snow in the forecast. That chance will certainly stick with us. I think it looks even better to me today than it did yesterday. Now, if you're worried about doing any shoveling, don't. It's not going to be a big deal. It's certainly not like this poor guy out with the snowblower. A little too early for that for us, but it's not zero. So as you look at Sunday, yeah, there's a chance for some light accumulations on some grassy areas, just not going to cause you any big problems out there. More on the snowfall potential this weekend and the cold temperatures that are coming as well. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
Voting is underway right now to decide the fate of several proposals, millages, and races across mid-Michigan. Election Day is our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. You have 2 hours left to cast your vote in today's election, and there are a number of important proposals and millage requests on the ballot impacting mid-Michiganders.
One of the biggest races today is Lansing's mayoral race, and a lot of people are focused on the East Lansing Parks and Recreation millage as well.
6 News reporter Rachel Ramsey joining us live from the new Lansing Elections Office. She's here for you tonight with more on that race to be Lansing's next mayor. Good evening, Rachel.
Good evening, Siobhan and Jorma. Well, incumbent Mayor Andy Shore and Kelsey Hector came out on top in the August primary, beating 3 others for spots on the November ballot. Mayor Shore led the primary with 63% of the vote. He's been the mayor of Lansing for the past 8 years, and I just spoke with him. He says during his campaign, his team knocked on 80,000 doors hearing from voters.
People want to be heard, and for me, it's about hearing them. So I spent a lot of time knocking doors. Whenever I didn't have events after work, I spent a lot of time knocking doors on weekends. Whenever I had a free hour here or there, I was knocking doors and really talking to folks and telling them what I've done and my vision and hearing from them.
Looking now to Kelsey Hector, who is currently the executive director of Punks with Lunch, which offers resources to people like food, clothes, and hygiene supplies. In the primary, Hector got almost 16% of the vote, and she says she feels confident about the work she's done in her campaign.
So I think that the primary taught us a lot, and we were able to circle back around and do some things differently. We were able to reach a lot more people, knock a lot more doors, get a lot more volunteers. We still focused on not taking corporate money. We focused on just sitting at people's kitchen tables or front porches and just talking about, what Lansing residents want for the future of Lansing.
The polls close at 8 p.m. and the results will be in late tonight. 6 News is your local election headquarters, and we'll be here for you with the latest information. Live in Lansing, Rachel Ramsey, 6 News.
Thank you, Rachel. Today, voters in Jackson will decide the fate of a school bond proposal.
Our Jackson reporter Sean Graney is here for you tonight with more on what the money would be used for.
Voters are being asked to put more money behind local schools. And officials say the bond proposals on the ballot could shape education for years to come. From new technology to renovated classrooms, administrators say the goal is safer, stronger schools.
We've been getting yard signs out. Folks have been knocking on doors. There's a tremendous amount of support. Again, it's a zero tax increase. It's a $126 million bond that's going to help set Jackson Public Schools up for future success. Allows us to invest back in our classrooms, back into some of the resources that are going to help our students really thrive here, and sets us up for some of the things that we want to do in the future around innovation, around the skilled trades, and building new resources here at Jackson Public Schools.
Polls are open in each ward across the city, and there's still time to make your vote count before they close at 8 tonight. Here for you in Jackson, Sean Graney, 6 News.
Well, many other local communities have decisions to make today as well.
That's right. Voters in East Lansing have a millage proposal on their ballot. The city is hoping to find a long-term funding plan for the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Department. The question on the ballot is whether to raise local taxes through a millage, which would cost the average East Lansing household roughly $200 each year.
And in Eaton Rapids, voters will see a school's sinking fund millage renewal. The current one is set to expire this year. If approved tonight, the millage will provide $700,000 for the construction or repair of school buildings for 5 more years.
WLNS is your local election headquarters, and we'll be here for you with the latest results and reaction from the race for Lansing's mayor to the city council and proposals across mid-Michigan tonight on 6 News at 11 and on our website, WLNS.com.
In other news today, the city of Lansing is giving $10,000 to the Greater Lansing Food Bank as the federal government shutdown continues. Lansing Mayor Andy Shore says the donation will allow the food bank to help 200 additional families at 2 upcoming drive-through mobile distribution events. The mayor is also calling on other local governments to help out as well, saying many people looking for food are coming from surrounding counties. There are mobile food drive events happening all month long across mid-Michigan, with 6 more scheduled for this week alone. To see a full list with dates, times, and locations, visit the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com.
We have been talking a lot about the government shutdown and how it impacts those who rely on SNAP funding. And now our 6 News Capital correspondent Tim Skubic takes a look at how it's causing schools around Michigan to scramble to make sure that kids are being fed when they are not in the classroom.
Up until now, the schools around Michigan have provided a free breakfast and lunch program for thousands of school kids. But with the federal SNAP food assistance program in limbo, schools are now scrambling to fill in the gap when the kids are not in school.
Our kids are not in schools in the evening. Our kids are not in schools at the weekend. And yes, many of our schools are stepping up and are trying to find ways to, in many cases, send kids home with some food to make sure that they have something to eat that night.
The apparent temporary loss of SNAP assistance to some 1.4 million citizens and 500,000 kids in Michigan is not only a nutritional challenge, but educators say it's an educational one as well.
They are coming into our schools hungry. They are coming to our schools not in the best ability to learn.
And a double whammy for educators is the potential loss of federal money for preschool program Head Start kids, where families need that money not only for food, but so-called wraparound services for their kids under the age of 5.
Healthcare programs and dental programs. And that money is already starting to run out and is at risk of creating a kind of domino effect of taking many of these programs offline for a period of time. There's already a handful of schools that have run out of money.
Superintendents warn this is a daily problem, but long-term, as hungry and unhealthy kids perform, they will underperform.
That absolutely can have an impact, not just on this year's test scores, but on the years to come.
And Mr. McCann reflects, had lawmakers done their job last July and finished the school aid budget on time, well, this crisis could have been diluted.
Our schools would have been better prepared to handle this new crisis.
Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Oh, in fairness, we've got some mild temperatures in the forecast, some very cold temperatures, a little bit of everything thrown in there, and especially that precipitation type, some rain and snow on the way. So we'll enjoy a nice shot from Scott and Sandy in Devil's Lake, a little early morning fishing. Absolutely love that steam coming off the water there and everything. It's that time of the year where you could still squeeze in some really good outdoor time, but it's going to become harder to find as we progress further into the fall and winter. To upload your weather photos, visit us at our website, WLNS.com/share, and upload your pictures. I'll look at our average first snowfall since we're talking about snow. Here in mid-Michigan, we generally look at the month of November, whether it's early or late November or something in between. Western portions of the UP normally get a first snow in October, but for most of us, it says we head into November, so this is not a shock at all. Our system on Sunday and Monday, which promises to bring some lake effect snow showers, minimal impacts at all across portions of the UP and northern lower, and very little, if any, impacts here in mid-Michigan. But it is going to get cold. High temperatures on Friday, mid-50s. We drop it into the mid-40s on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're only in the 30s, some wind chill out there and some snow showers. Temperatures will warm a bit, though, as we head throughout next week. We've still got plenty of cloud cover out there, but the edge of those clouds now beginning to try to move through the region. region once again. Precision cast through tomorrow morning. Area of low pressure passes to our north. We're going to have a high temperature probably around noon or 1 o'clock, and then temps will begin to fall, and it will be very windy out there tomorrow. Winds could easily gust between 30 and 40 miles per hour or a little bit higher. We see some showers to our north to finish out the day, but it's all quiet here in mid-Michigan. We'll begin the day with a fairly nice start on Thursday, but then cloud cover will start to increase as our next cold front, and this is a much stronger front, takes shape to our west. That will move in late in the week and usher those 40s and 30s in by Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures currently are sitting at a low to the mid-50s outside. Fairly cool afternoon. Skyview Network in St. John's, our temperature at 54 degrees still, so we haven't really fallen much. Current conditions on the Capitol Cam, same thing. We've got cloud cover overhead, temperature at 52, south winds at 6 miles per hour. Grand Ledge looking good, just a cloud cover out there this evening and breezy conditions. There you can see those breaks in the clouds on the Jackson Cam. Temperature now down to 52 degrees, light southeasterly winds. In Hillsdale, current temperature also at 52 degrees, humidity 48%. Our wind gusts today only 14 miles per hour. For tonight, overnight low will dip down to 44 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow's forecast, again, a midday high, and then temperatures fall by 4 o'clock. It'll be windy pretty much all day, but especially in the afternoon. The 6-day forecast, increasing clouds on Thursday, rain showers on Friday, Sunday, and Monday, some snow showers, and very cold. The rest of next week, things are quiet for the most part, and we do see some more 50s on the way by the end of next week.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, the 50s are holding on a little bit.
Yeah.
There's always some good news in weather.
It was 51 though. It wasn't like
right.
No, I know, but when you see highs of 38, you're just thinking, oh, man.
51 feels warm, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right.